Thought I'd do a review on my Sonik rods. I've been using them now for about 4 months. I can only give you sort of a partial review because I've not really had a chance to get out and use them that much, obviously with the current situation. I have had cats on them to 22. I've had pike to pretty near enough 16. I've had, that's it. Yeah, that's it. I've not had any carp yet this year, but again, I've not gone out to actually catch them yet. But I'm hoping that'll change. Review on the Sonik reels as well, which I'm using. Yeah, hope you enjoy it. Here we are. Here's the Sonik xtractor, 10 foot 3.25 test curve, and the Dominator 6000 reel quick drag. Yeah, well, I tell you, well, the good rods, they've got a nice fast action, which I prefer. The eyes are 40mm, as you can see there, the 40mm M series black eyes. They're like minimas that you use for sea fishing, but they are braid friendly. The retracted length of the 10 foots, I don't know if you can see that, is 50 inch, so it breaks down quite small. Let's put that back on there. So they break down quite small. The good rods, like I say, they've got a fast action, which I prefer. You know, they'll cast a 3-ounce lead 100+ yards. I think 2.5, 2.5 ounce is probably more ideal. But yeah, you know, they do the job. Like I say, I've had cats to 22 on them, and I think the only thing that let it down was the length, but that's my choice. I chose 10 foots because there's not many lakes I fish really that warrant using a 12 foot, and I do find them a bit unwieldy. Yeah, the eyes, like I say, they're 40mm all the way down to 12mm. They've got a nice thin blank, some lovely whipping, quite a nice finish on them as well, as you can see. Very nice rod, really. I mean, I'll let you know when I start catching some bigger carp how they handle, but I'm also planning on getting back out for the catfish. So, and the lake that I generally fish for catfish, it's got them into 80 odd pounds, so it'll be interesting. Onto the reels. It's the Dominator 6000. It's about the same size as an Ultegra 5500. They're 4.1 to 1 gear ratio. They've got quite a slow oscillation. Don't know if I'll be able to show you that. Let me just see if I can set the camera up to show you. Let's have a look, see what we can do. Yeah, it's a slow oscillation on them, which really does, as you can see, improve the line lay. It does. Let's get this camera back off. So it really does improve the line lay. They've got a quick fold handle, which is dead simple. It's just a case of pushing that in, and then the handle does fold. It's quite hard to do one-handed, but then it clips back out. They've got a graphite body, which makes them reasonably light. They're not the lightest of reels for the size, but this is definitely not the heaviest I've used. 5 ball bearings. Like I say, they are nice reels. The spool, they've got quite deep spools. The depth, I believe, I think they'll hold 220 metres of 0.35 line, which I don't personally pay much attention to, because on my other reel there, that's 0.4, that's Nash Bullet 20 pound, which is 0.40, and we were putting baits out well over 200 yards with the bait boat when I went catfishing. But to the cons, the reels, they feel loose. and cheap. They don't feel as well built as the Shimano's. The line guard assembly, which I believe that's what it's called, that pops off. Now, it doesn't really bother me. It doesn't generally pop off when you're playing a fish, but you'll come to use it and notice it is popped off. It looks like I've had a line clip break off there, which I've only just noticed. There should be 2 on. No, I haven't. No, I haven't. If you look there, 0.40, 165 metres. Now, we were definitely putting baits out a lot further than that with the bait boats. So, I think the spools are actually deeper than what they're saying they are. But yeah, they're good reels for what they are. I mean, I got these second hand, which is probably why they feel a bit loose and a bit cheaper. Well, they are cheaper than the Shimano's, but that's probably why they feel a bit loose. But all in all, good reels. I did have all 3 of my last cats on them. 14, 18 or 20, we didn't weigh it, and 22, and the reels performed flawlessly. Apart from, and I will say this, the drag is a bit too quick. You can go from being fully locked up to free spool really quick, which when you're playing a decent sized fish can be a bit awkward. But other than that, yeah, they're pretty good reels. I think they retail at about 55, 60 quid, I think. And I think the rods retail at about the same. I'd highly recommend the rods. As for the reels, if you're on a budget, yeah. But I think the Shimano's and the Daiwas obviously are a better build quality. But for the money, yeah, I can't complain at all. Like I say, I'm using them for the catfishing. I'm going to concentrate on that this year. I think I will catch carp, but catfish is my main quarry. As I say, my other rod is set up with a running ledger rig with a 3.5 ounce. No, it's 3 ounce. Sorry, a 3 ounce weight, and I can put a bait comfortably over 100 yards with that. I can't if I'm bagged up, obviously. If I've got a PVA bag on, different kettle of fish. But yeah, nice line lay, nice reels. The rods, I can't fault the rods at all. So I hope you find that a bit informative. I found that a bit informative even, and I hope it gives you a bit more of an informed opinion. Obviously, when I've caught a few more fish, I will do a lot more of an in-depth video on it. Cheers guys, take care, stay safe.